You are listening to Connection Quest, where every episode is a heartwarming journey to unravel the mysteries of love, intimacy, and the art of meaningful relationships. Join Miku as he explores the real, sometimes messy, always meaningful paths to building stronger, more vibrant romantic bonds. Forget quick fixes. We're digging into the heart of connection, understanding, communication, intimacy, and growing together. Ready to deepen your relationship journey? Let's begin.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Connection Quest. I'm Miku, your host, and today we're diving into a topic that, well, I think touches us all at some point: communication. Specifically, we're chatting about how different personality types can affect the way we express ourselves and understand each other. You know, last time we talked about trust and how crucial it is in relationships. Well, communication is right up there as another pillar. It's like the bridge that keeps everything together. So what happens when one partner's way of communicating is lost on the other? That's exactly what we're exploring today. I want to start this off by sharing a personal story. I remember when I first started dating someone who was what you might call an extreme extrovert, while I leaned more towards the introverted side of things. This person loved to talk through their thoughts, was energized by social interactions, and, honestly, pretty much thought out loud. Contrast that with me. I need time to process things internally before I can share them. Our first few weeks were, to put it mildly, a little rocky. We'd find ourselves in constant misunderstandings simply because we approached communication so differently. I'm sure many of you can relate to that dynamic. Maybe you're listening and thinking of your own experiences, or maybe you're realizing your partner and you might have these differences. And that's okay, honestly. Recognizing these differences is the first step to bridging those communication gaps. One of the most fascinating things about working through this is that each partner often thinks they're right because that's what feels natural to them. Let's break it down a bit. Extroverts often gain energy by interacting with others, so their thoughts come out in a more spontaneous and expressive manner. Introverts, on the other hand, often process internally first and then speak. So it's no wonder these differences can cause friction if not understood well. One thing I learned early on is that I had to negotiate a sort of middle ground with my partner. And believe me, it wasn't about changing who we were. It was about adapting and learning from each other. I've read a lot about this, and there's a great deal of research on how these dynamics play out. A study in the Journal of Communication pointed out that bringing self-awareness and patience into the equation changes everything. It's amazing how much empathy can drive understanding. One tip I picked up was setting aside specific times for deep conversations when both partners feel prepared and receptive, rather than one person springing an intense discussion on the other unplanned. Here's another insightful story for you all. A good friend of mine is a total introvert, and she's dating someone who thrives on constant interaction. What they started doing is something I call emotional check-ins. Once a week, they dedicate a time to simply unload whatever's been on their minds. It's become a healthy outlet, where they know the focus is on listening and understanding, rather than simply reacting.
We talk a lot about finding your path and building love here on Connection Quest. But let's be real. The best path forward starts with a good night's sleep. And a good night's sleep shouldn't mean sacrificing your skincare routine. That's why I'm obsessed with Copper North. This isn't just a pillowcase. It's a luxury hack for your skin. It's the ultimate combination of sleep, science, and silk. Their pillowcases are infused with copper. Yes, copper, which is scientifically proven to boost collagen production, fight bacteria, and smooth your hair. Forget the 10-step routine. This works harder while you rest. It's beauty sleep upgraded. Stop undoing your skincare at night. Head over to coppernorth.com and upgrade your rest. And because you're part of the Connection Quest community, use my exclusive code ConnectionQuest at checkout to unlock a special offer. That's COPPERNORTH.com and code ConnectionQuest for effortless, natural indulgence.
It's really about creating a safe space. Like my friend and her partner have these rules. They've agreed to a few things. They each get an allotted time to speak without interruption, and then they switch. This ensures they both feel heard. This speaks to the importance of being intentional with our communication. I can't stress enough that the quality of our conversations significantly impacts the strengths of our relationships. Something else worth mentioning is cultural context. Communication styles can also be influenced by cultural backgrounds, which adds another layer to understanding each other. I remember reading a book by a psychologist who said that cultural fluency, the awareness of how culture shapes one's ways of expressing and interpreting messages, adds immense value when navigating romantic dynamics. But it's not just about managing differences. It's also exploring these differences as strengths. Think of how complementary it can be to balance each other out. One partner can help the other become more reflective, while the other can inspire engagement and spontaneity. Those differences, when appreciated, can add richness to life. Ultimately, understanding and bridging communication gaps between different personalities is not just about verbal exchanges. It's about truly hearing and seeing your partner. It's about creating moments of connection where both feel respected and understood. I'd also like to encourage you to practice listening with the intent to understand, not just to reply. It makes such a difference. So, as you go about your day, try observing how you and your partner communicate. Reflect on what's working and what maybe could use a little more understanding. Let me know how it goes. I love hearing stories or ideas from you all. Next time on Connection Quest, we're diving into another fundamental yet complex topic, the role of vulnerability in building romantic connections. Until then, keep exploring and nurturing those connections. Take care